am late. I'm probably covered in glitter. Oh, um, it's been a long day here. So, we just took down Christmas. And yes, it's March 24th. But you know what? It's been a rough year. And we generally, just the last few years, have been leaving the tree and everything up until the Super Bowl. And this year my husband said, no, just leave it up. And he went through rotator cuff surgery. And so it just kind of felt nice to have that little bit of extra cheer around the house while he was recovering. And he's still recovering, but spring's here now. If you've been watching like the Facebook and Instagram, I've got some little seedlings sprouted for our garden. That's been a little bit of extra work for me this year. Paul usually handles a lot of that, but with one arm it's a little tough, so we're going to see how I manage it this year. So far the seedlings are looking good, so I've got high hopes for the garden. Um, oh gosh, I am wiped out. I need a shower and dinner and Jeopardy. But I told you guys I'd hop on. I missed last month. So I did do a giveaway last month. I think I need to re-email those giveaway winners. I'm not sure if Gmail or there's always something going on, sending emails to spam. So people are having a hard time getting their giveaway winner announcements. But if you are ever curious, I think the giveaway page on my website does show like a little preview of the email address of the winner. So you guys can always check that out if you're wanting to double check, or just check your spam folders too. So I'm not seeing any comments yet. My mouse has died, so I'm trying to use the one on my laptop. So it's one thing after another today. But I do have in this pile of stuff that my niece's Easter stuff's all over my desk too right now. I'm trying to pack an Easter basket early. But this cozy chai, this for the giveaways this month, and if you're in the Grim Reader group, there's two giveaways, but it's the same set of prize goodies. So, but it's loose leaf because I also have this little skull tea diffuser, and if I had had more time and was not absolutely wiped, I've got several of these. I would have kind of popped it open and done a little sampling. Maybe I'll pop in at a later time for that. And then of course, I also have this little skull chapstick. I'm really enjoying these. For this set, and I think a few more that I have, there's 3 different flavors, but they don't label them, so it's kind of anyone's guess. I like that they're, the little black skulls, but they have started, let me see, yes. Oh, I got so much junk in my office, pardon my mess. They have started coloring the skulls, so I'm assuming, see if they have the flavors in here. I think one's like passion fruit, which is possibly the purple, and one's a mint, and I think there's a vanilla. So maybe that's vanilla, mint, and passion fruit. I don't know. I have to double check on here. But they're different colors on that, so some future giveaways will have those in there. And then the standard, bookmarks and a little signpost card and some book cover stickers. And I also bought some of these goldfish crackers everywhere. Little bookish skull stickers. I got like a whole pack of these, and I didn't realize when I bought them. I'm not sure if I hope it's just because it's a seller from a different country, which is why some of these look a little off, and not because they were AI generated, which so much stuff anymore is. And I would hate for that to be the case, because I do prefer to support real people, artists, and I think Etsy a lot of times is a good place for that, but you can just never be too careful. My phone's buzzing at me, so I guess I better double check just to make sure the video's working. Facebook's been doing this little chat thing in Messenger anytime we have an event now, and I'm not sure how how to utilize that, or if I should just ignore it. They try to push a lot of stuff on you anymore. I had I think my iPad's in the other room. I had a little checklist of things I wanted to share with you guys. I'm exhausted. Sorry. So scatterbrained now. I'm a little sunburnt too. We were at the a suicide walk in Warsaw on Saturday, and it was overcast, but I should have known better. I didn't put sunblock on, so now I'm a little sunburnt. Um, but I think I've got it on, maybe I can find it on here. I, depressing stuff. After 10 years with the library doing the Budding Bards program, it has been put on pause. I was originally just looking for an author to take it over, but yeah, the library, just with funding being slashed, lots of political nonsense going on. Um, I'm actually going to be sending out the letter tonight. It's gone through several revisions with the library director and a few friends. So, yeah, so I won't be doing that this summer, which I guess is probably for the best considering I'm going to have a big garden to tend, and because considering how far behind I am on all my writing stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to pop on, be able to tell you guys how things are going. Paul's still doing therapy. He got assaulted at work a few weeks ago, so the therapy got put on hold until the surgeon could look at him again. And he's back to physical therapy now, so there's still a long way to go. He's only 2 months in. His hand's swollen, having a hard time closing it, still in a lot of pain, having to do these exercises with it 3 times a day. Still pretty painful for him. So, but he's a trooper, so I'm trying to be too. But I don't see anybody popped in here, um, and maybe it's just a bad night for it. I hope it's not my shoddy internet connection, but and it could be because I was a few minutes late. So sorry about that, guys. But that's what's going on here. I'll be back, I guess, next week with some stuff. You guys are always welcome to email or post the questions if you have some that you'd like me to answer live. I probably am not going to invite my marshmallow, my emotional support marshmallow, in here. So because it's quite the mess. But I'm gonna go ahead and sign off and go get some dinner and a shower and some Jeopardy. So.
People are commenting.
Oh. Oh, okay. People are commenting. I think it must be my internet
It's
connection.
all screwed up though. I'm having a tough
Hmm.
time commenting and still keeping it on the page.
Oh, okay. Paul's hollering at me through. Sorry, guys. If you are commenting, I am not seeing it. So I'm going to. Okay, I can see it on my phone, so we can do it this way. I'm not sure what's going on with my computer. Probably needs to be rebooted. Let's see. Oh, Darla. Good evening. Kat. Morning. Oh, I do see your comment, honey. I see Pollywog. Monica. Ciao. Hi. Let's see. Monica. Sorry to hear you're still in pain, Paul. Yeah, I think I'm seeing everybody's. Hi, Summer. Oh, Monica. I'm still so sad about the library thing. Yeah, I am too. I had a couple kids already emailing me excited about their stories, and part of me is like dreading sending this, but I'm hoping I can at least send them some helpful links and just kind of let some of them know, like, get on YouTube. There's a lot of good tutorials for those who are writing, who are wanting to publish, because some of these kids are like they're serious about wanting to make a career out of this. I have one young man who, at the last signing we had for the kids, showed up in a suit. He was asking all kinds of publishing questions. And so for some of them, they're really serious about this. And I've had a couple of kids go on to publish books after the workshop, after graduating high school, and it's really exciting to be a part of that, to kind of to help nurture them towards their publishing goals, what the stories they want to write and tell the world. Um, so yeah, it is a bummer. I've I'm really struggling with this letter, and even though it's gotten everybody's stamp of approval, I just feel like I'm gonna have to personalize it, but it's for each of my young authors. A lot of them come back year after year, so and I hope this is a temporary thing. Maybe next summer we'll have some new politicians in place that aren't bent on destroying libraries. But in the meantime, we have to be careful because every wrong step, or what's perceived as a wrong step, is an excuse to slash funding. Like they just cut the overdrive funding for Missouri. Um, and I think it's not for all libraries, it's for a lot of school libraries. claiming that obscene materials are available to minors. That's always the thing, protect the children, and that's their excuse to burn books now. So, but I'm pretty sure in all of history, the people burning books have never turned out to be the good guys. So, yeah. All right. Oh, Monica, did I hear correctly? You said Paul got assaulted? Yeah. So yeah, people are just there's it takes all types, I guess. Someone came up and squeezed his shoulder, and that one was intentional because he was still in the sling, so they were being malicious about it. They was just a disgruntled customer. And the second, he was actually assaulted twice in 1 week. The second one wasn't malicious. The guy was just careless, being friendly, and just slugged him on the shoulder, on his surgery shoulder, and he was still in the sling at that point too. So I actually made up little fragile handle with care labels to put on his shoulder, hoping that will help. We'll see. They really should be putting him in a different position, but oh, Michael, AI is ruining things. Yes, it really, really is. And I don't know. It's I feel like laws just can't even keep up with it anymore. There was a big debacle, and Monica was the one actually to let me know about it, um, about Meta training on our books that have been pirated on a pirated site. And I guess there's some class action lawsuit. I don't know that it's going to matter now at this point, but so I really, I'm so deep in so many other things going on in my little world right now that the bigger stuff, I'm desensitized to so much of it anymore. Just like, oh, is the world falling apart still? Okay, I gotta fix dinner. um, I hope I'm not missing anybody else's comments. I don't know why this, if I hit refresh on here, it may or may not um, boot me out. So I'm afraid to do it, to be honest there. But um, thank you guys for popping in and hanging in there with me, even though I missed last month. And I hope you guys are excited about the giveaway goodies. This cozy chai. I'm excited to try this out too. I haven't yet, but it says it's supposed to be relaxing, a relaxer. So we'll see. Whoever wins it will have to let me know. We can have a tea party and discuss what we think of it. But I'm gonna double check the comments in here one more time. Let's see, Kat, try some magnesium cream for the arm. It might help the pain a bit. I think we have some magnesium spray. I don't know. We might give that a try. Let's see. Um, twice? That's a dangerous place. Yeah, I feel like it's all dangerous places anymore. So, oh, yeah, you saw the lawsuit. Yeah, I don't really know what's going to come of that, if anything. We'll see. But for some of these big places like Meta, any fine they give them is a slap on the wrist. But it would have just been nice if the authors that they were using this had a chance to opt out, or if they had offered compensation of some sort if you're going to train. And I feel like at the very least there should be compensation offered after the fact, like, hey, you used my stolen work. And they do that like on YouTube. Like if you post a video and it's got copyrighted music in it, they will actually take any monetization, like ad money you're making from that video, and give it to the copyright holder of that song. So I don't know if anything like that can be done about this, but it is what it is. So all right, guys. Well, I promise to be a little bit more organized and hopefully less, you know, sweaty and glitter speckled from all the Christmas stuff. We since you if you're gonna leave your Christmas stuff up for 4 months, you should probably have an air compressor to get all the dust off before you put it in storage, and we do, thankfully. So that's why I'm covered in dust and glitter and all that. So, but spring is here, so I'll be a little more bright-eyed and hopefully have some pictures of the garden to share with you by then. So, one more check of the comments on the phone because apparently I can't see them on the laptop there. But, all right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in to check in with me, and I'll see you next month. Bye. Hey guys. Surprise live chat, and I'm doing this from my phone, so hopefully I don't mess anything up, because apparently I don't know how this works anymore. So yeah, surprise live chat. I didn't do any pre-set up event or anything like that. I just wanted to add a few notes from my last live chat, since it was later in the day. I'd been working all day and was a little out of it. And now Lulu's whining, so I'm gonna probably show you guys these things really fast so I can release the hound. But I wanted to let you guys know that in April, oh my Lulu, it's okay honey, give me 1 minute. In April, later in April, April 26th, it's a Saturday, that I will be signing at the Bazoo Book Bash in Sedalia. There'll be a handful of authors. The Literacy Council will have a table there. I believe the library will too. And then on the 27th, that weekend, same weekend, on Sunday, is the Literacy Council's tea and auction. And there will be a basket of my Blood Vice books up for grabs in the silent auction. I also wanted to share with you guys that I'm trying to read more. We have a little bit of downtime kind of hanging out when Paul does his physical therapy appointments. And I haven't been able to do much reading the last couple of years. Things have just been so busy. And I do have writing to do, but I feel like almost like I've been punishing myself, not allowing myself to read because there's so much work to do. And I feel like reading's where a lot of my inspiration came from. So I hope that this will help kind of kickstart that for me too. And for the moment, I have started, and I'm reading very slowly just because I don't have as much time to. This is the first book in Charlene Harris's Gunny Rose series that I've been wanting to read, and Easy Death. It's a little different. I like it. It's kind of like alternative history set in the 1930s, but it's a very different United States. Has a little bit of a Western feel to it, but it also has magic. It's so far I'm about 100 pages in. It's not very much at all like the Sookie Stackhouse series. Like, I can hear Charlene Harris's writing style in there, which I really enjoy, but it's very different from the Sookie Stackhouse series. Not bad, but just very different. So it's growing on me. I've got about another 200 pages to go, and then I'll see from there if I want to continue the series. But I will finish that book at least. And I did just get in. I'm late to the Fourth Wing party, but since Onyx Storm is all the rage right now, I thought maybe I should start this series. So I've only made it like half a chapter in so far, just kind of getting a feel for it. I should probably finish the other book first. But I read multiple things all the time, it seems. I also picked up this one from the library, which looks like a lot of fun. Alana Harper, so the name kind of caught my attention there, and it's witchy fantasy, so it looked like fun. I'm gonna give that a try. Let's see, a book about Mary Shelley, it looked like fun, and this book on raising dairy goats. We've been we're really getting into the gardening stuff, but we're also talking about getting some chickens soon, which we'll probably get before the goats, but I want to get a couple of dairy goats too. I just like the idea of it being, one, affordable, but two, knowing where your food comes from and knowing what's going into it, if it's being raised ethically, humanely, and yeah, not being fed growth hormones, stuff like that. Like, it's just healthier. So that's something I've been kind of glancing over too. Save's got a few library books too, in case you guys were interested what he's been checking out. The Bakery Dragon, Thud and Blunder, The Not So Helpless Princess. Let's Celebrate Korean New Year. His cousin Mila is Korean and Japanese, and so we thought this might be fun to kind of read up on the Korean New Year. And I don't know if I pronounced it right, but I really like Lupita, but it's Solwi, I think. So it looks like a good one. It's got some beautiful illustrations. So yeah, that's what we've been reading from the library. And I think I shared some pictures if you're over on Instagram, but here are my little baby vegetables growing. Paul usually does the garden, but since he's one-armed, I'm starting everything up this year. And we've got some tomatoes. The cucumbers are really taking off. And the lettuce over here. Like, I've got some gourmet lettuce and romaine. The arugula's got some tiny baby sprouts. Some of them weren't doing so great. I probably need to get them more sunlight now that they've germinated. I don't believe, let's see, what is that, my kale? I've got like one or two, if you can see, one or two tiny little kale sprouts in there. So I do actually eat a lot of kale. It's, you know, high density nutrients, and ever since my cancer situation, I eat a lot of salads just to get a lot of vegetables in. And then the moisture disappeared some of my labels on this one, but this section here is marigolds. This is going to be for companion planting because it does help keep a lot of the bad critters away. And some echinacea. It is not sprouting yet. They did say it was going to take a long time to germinate these. I'm not sure if these are going to make it though, to be honest. We'll see. And then these are blurred out here, but I know I've got some basil that's doing really well, some cilantro, and so there's some thyme, rosemary, lavender. I've got all kinds of goodies in there. And I've got some strawberry root going over there in some different pots, but they haven't really sprouted up very good yet. And yeah, I've got a blackberry bush and a blueberry bush that I'll be planting. And I've got some garlic and onion cloves that I'll be planting. I think those are better in the fall, but I'm going to go ahead and plant a few in the spring. I have heard that if you plant them in the spring, they just don't clove out well because they need the cold snap to clove. So like if you grow like your garlic, it'd just be almost like a garlic onion. We'll see what happens, but those are all mostly for companion planting too, because they're supposed to help keep the bad stuff away. And I've got some carrots, but those are going to sow directly into the soil because they're not very good for starting indoors because of their deep taproots. So, okay, let's see. I wanted to tell you about the events and the books that I'm working on and show you my little garden sprouts. So those were the things that my marshmallow brain, since I was exhausted, I guess that would have been, what, Monday night? And here we are Friday. So I'll probably just tack this little extra video onto the end of the other one and finally get this posted on YouTube probably later today or tomorrow. So, all right, I don't see any comments, but I wasn't really expecting any because this was a surprise live chat. So, but I'll catch up with you guys again soon. Bye.